Go back to the advice that you gave your daughter, because that's you and your rational mind, and there's your wisdom speaking. You said, you can't live like that. Time to set up to leave. That is it. You must always bring yourself back to that thought. So when you start to feel depressed, you're feeling depressed because you're looking at the situation as being unacceptable, which it is, and you're looking at the situation as you being powerless. You have to get out of powerlessness. And you get out of powerlessness by looking at what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? And then taking action to do what you can. Unfortunately, with a narcissist, we're always at war because they are the ones who are attacking. When you're being attacked, you are now at war, unless you're willing to surrender. In this case, you cannot surrender because, like you said, you cannot live like that, and they'll be happy to actually destroy you from the inside. So you have no choice but to go to war. The war that you're going to is kind of a cold war. It's like an information war. So you have to make sure that your intelligence supersedes his intelligence, meaning that even though he's trying to spy on you and know your next move, you have to operate in such a way where he's not able to, which means that you have to outthink him, which means that you have to set up fake smoke screens, fake plans, fake moves to make him think he knows what's happening. So literally this would look like sending text messages to people that aren't real, making plans via internet with people that aren't real, driving your car and parking it somewhere only to get out and to take public transportation to go to the actual place that you want to go to. You have to be strategic over these next several days as you're setting up to leave. What do you need to do to set up to leave? You need a shelter and you need a form of income. That's it. Doesn't have to be a fancy form of income. Something quick, something easy. Go get a part-time job at a bank or whatever. It gives you a little bit of income. You can set up something online, you can set up something in person, you can go work for a friend. You have to use your brain to strategize with your resources, what you have, what you're able to do. If you're really slick, you may be able to make some moves with the real estate situation and do things covertly, but it's up to you to make the rational moves to get yourself some type of income coming in. Then you also need to find a place to live. It doesn't matter what you do first, except that since your life is in danger and your mind is in danger, the faster you get out, the better, even if that means you get out before you know how you're going to support yourself. Be willing to take financial risk and be willing to take financial loss. Don't worry about the properties. Don't worry about all the other things, the house and whatever else you feel like you may be owed in a divorce. That will all be hashed out through the divorce process with attorneys. For right now, you have to focus on getting yourself to safety. Once you are on your own, outside of that toxic environment, you will heal faster. And as you heal faster, you'll come out of your depression, come out of your anxiety, which makes you more strategic, which will help you to be able to win your divorce settlement when that time comes. But right now, you need to move out. You need to get out. Don't believe the stuff saying you don't need to get out, because they're looking at things from a legal standpoint, what gives them the advantage as your lawyers. I'm looking at things from a health standpoint. There is no divorce if you don't survive to the divorce or if you lose your mind before the divorce. So what we have to do is protect the mind. We have to protect your emotional health, your mental health. Those things are real. Those types of abuse you're experiencing is real. You need to get out. You need to get your electronic situation organized, which means you get a new electronic from a new place. I would be happy to send you a phone here from Chicago that I have made sure is clean and sent directly to you. Send it to an Amazon locker. You go to the Amazon locker. You know, every move you make, you think about your moves. Oh, okay, my car can be tracked, so I'll park my car somewhere and I'll take public transportation. You think about everything you're doing in a way where you're constantly throwing him off and anticipating his next move. A lot of house surveillance is done through the Wi-Fi, so they can set up Wi-Fi systems in the house that you're not aware are there. So they're wireless routers that you don't know where they're hidden. So that's why you cannot connect any of your devices to the Wi-Fi if you don't want them to be seen. But you have devices that you keep that are seen by him that you allow to be connected to the Wi-Fi and that you do some things with. So your kids are calling you to the normal device that is connected to Wi-Fi, but you have a separate device that is not connected to anything, and you change out that device periodically. It should be every 1 to 2 weeks. You get another device. This has to be done this way. You can go to people and have them sweep your stuff. You can have them look at your stuff, but you have to make sure that everything you're doing for your peace of mind is organized and run methodically. So get into your logical, analytical mind, sharpen yourself, heal yourself, so that you're actually in the right place and frame of mind to do this. I have a healing program you can do by video, by the way. That's on my website. So you got to find a place to live. You got to find your income. You got to get your electronics clean. It's just that simple. Find a place to live, find an income, get your electronics clean. Doesn't have to be fancy. Even if you got to go to a shelter, you get yourself out of that situation, away from those people. Your children are grown, so that's a really big plus for you. So you're not having to worry about minor children who have no one to care for them and such, so on and so forth. So you have to take care of yourself. Stop saying, I can't do this, I'm stuck, I can't escape, no one will believe me, I have no one to support me. Stop saying those things, because those are abusive, because you wouldn't say that to your daughter. The truth is, I believe you. I'm able to believe you because I've been in a marriage with a covert narcissist. I've had to escape the marriage with a covert narcissist. I've had to take her tracker off of my car. I understand. There are going to be people who believe you, but you have to stop worrying so much about everyone else and what everyone's thinking. His family, your friends, your children, the community. That will keep you controlled. The way to not be controlled is to no longer be concerned about what everyone's thinking. The only thing that matters is your mental health. So move forward and press toward protecting your mental health. That's all that matters. Don't worry about what everyone's going to think. That's irrelevant. You don't really know what they're thinking anyway. You're not in their brains. You can't hear their thoughts. You don't know. So all of that's irrelevant. It's actually even cognitive distortion, because you can't read minds. You can't predict the future. You don't know what your children will believe. Maybe they will believe it. So instead of putting yourself into anxiety with all that negative thinking, it's time for you to take yourself out of that mindset and get into the mindset of personal power. Put the war paint under your eyes, tie a bandana around your head, and hide in the grass. Get ready and realize this is war. So you need to be operating like you are the CIA. Don't be technology illiterate. Operate like you know what's going on. He's not smarter than you. Defeat him. How? Find a place to live, set up to leave, get your own income, get your devices clean. Make the move. In the meantime, care for your mental health by watching my videos. Go on, purchase the healing course. If you can't afford it, then go to the YouTube, watch one video a day.